Well, do you believe that you are oversharing online? Are you keeping your information private and safe? Well, to talk about this afternoon with us, joining us is Lawrence Cappello. He's the author of Privacy 20 Lessons to Live By. Hello, thank you so much for joining us. So we've
Hey,
got your
thanks so
book
much for
in,
having me.
yeah, we've got your book in hand there. So what should someone know about their private information being shared on the internet? What are some things to think about? Because we absentmindedly post all the time. So what should people really be concerned about?
Yeah, the book's called On Privacy, 20 Lessons to Live By. It's a really short, really straightforward guide to kind of why your privacy matters and how to protect it without, throwing away your phone or your laptop or disconnecting from the real world. I wrote it because conversations about privacy can get really exhausting and, sad, and people need a small book that can cut through all that noise and confusion. It's laid out in 20 quick lessons. It can fit in your back pocket, making it really easy to kind of dip in and out and always walk away with something useful. I'm going to give you 3 quick tips that everybody can just do today to really just increase their privacy. The first is definitely cover your laptop webcam, also the webcams on your home machine. A lot of people don't know this, but hacking webcams is really big business. It's a global problem. And for like $2, you can buy these really attractive little slides. They go right over your webcam and you can kind of slide them back and forth when you want to use it. Or you can even use a piece of black electrical tape. Think about some of the more private things that people do in front of their laptops, whether it's you, your loved ones, any kids you have in your household. Now, imagine you get an email, and on that email is an attachment with a video, and that video is you doing that thing, if you know what I mean. And it says to wire $15,000 into this account, or I'm going to send this video to your boss and all your coworkers and your entire contact list in your emails. This happens all the time. So first thing, spend $2, go cover your webcams when you're not using them. It's a really cheap, really effective upgrade. The second is go check your app permissions on your phone. A lot of apps, when you download them, they try to kind of immediately get access to your camera, your microphone, your location data, sometimes even your contacts, a lot of times without you realizing it. So if you just take a few minutes, go into your phone settings, review which apps have access to what, and only give permission to apps that really need the things that they're asking for. This is, again, super easy. It takes a very little time, and it can make a big difference. The last thing I'd say is start locking down your browser history. A lot of people don't realize that even if you're deleting your browser history a lot, or if you use incognito mode at home, your internet provider still tracks and stores everything you do online. It's all stored in your router. Eli Manning, he's the Super Bowl winning quarterback from the
Of
Giants.
course, yes.
He was on SNL like a couple of years ago, and he was playing this guy in a sketch who was falsely accused of murdering his wife. And he's on the stand and he's about to get off because his lawyer stands up and he says, to prove that my client didn't do it, I'm going to read his browser history from that night. And then he just leans in and he goes, I'd like to confess to the murder, please. Right? Like, because he didn't want the browser. Nobody wants their browser history out in public. A really simple way to prevent this is by maybe using what's called a VPN, or a virtual private network. This used to be something that like 20 years ago would make you seem super paranoid, and now is something that like a lot of people's grandparents have and parents have. They're very cheap, very effective. You can go online. Most of the time, you don't even need new hardware. You can just get a very affordable subscription and all of your stuff will be private. But at the end of the day, if you really want to protect your privacy, like really protect it while being practical about your life, the first thing you have to do is be able to understand why your privacy matters, and then decide for yourself where you want to draw those hard lines for yourself and for your kids. And that's what this book is. It's about the practical stuff. It's super short. It can fit in a small bag. You can read it in one sitting, and it gets to the point about how practical people should start thinking about their privacy in the modern world.
And like you said, it is a short book, a quick read here, 20 lessons. You gave us 3 great ones. So before we go, can you just let us know where we can get a copy of this?
Yeah, they're anywhere books are sold and everywhere books are sold. You can go on Amazon or basically anyone that sells books. It's On Privacy, 20 Lessons to Live By. And particularly if you have kids, educating kids about privacy is more crucial than ever. Our parents used to have, the talk with us. Nowadays, parents need to have a new kind of talk with their kids about what digital privacy is, what online footprints look like.
Yeah, and educating parents is important as well. Thank you so much, Lawrence, for your time. Steph, I'll send it back to you.